ודובר אמת בלבבו, לא רגל על לשונו, לא עשה לרעהו רעה, וחרפה לא נשא על קרבו. נצא בעיניו נמאס, ואת ירא אדוני יכבר. נשבע להרע ולא ימיר, כספו לא נטל בנשק, ושוחד על נקי לא לקח. עושה אלה לא ימות לעולם.
A psalm by David. Hashem, who may sojourn in your tent? Who may dwell on your holy mountain? One who walks in perfect innocence, and does what is right, and speaks the truth from his heart, who has no slander on his tongue, who has done his fellow no evil, nor casts disgrace upon his close one, in whose eyes a contemptible person is repulsive, but who honors those who fear Hashem, who can swear to his detriment without retracting, who lends not his money on interest, nor takes a bribe against the innocent. The doer of these shall not falter forever.
Avinu Shabashamayim, uphold and bless the United States of America. Imbue brotherly love among all who dwell in our land. Bless the constituted officers of government and the members of our armed forces. Set in their hearts the spirit of wisdom and understanding to uphold peace and freedom.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל בגואלו. ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך. ואת אחינו כל בית ישראל, תקודנה בכל ארצות פזוריהן, ותוליכם מהרה, קוממיות מציון עירך, ולירושלים משכן שמך.
מי שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, משה ואהרון, דוד ושלמה, הוא יברך את החיילים החטופים והשבויים. הקדוש ברוך הוא ישמרם ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה, מכל נגע ומחלה. וימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאתם, להחזיקם ולחיותם, ויוציאם במהרה לחירות עולם, וחזרה לחיק משפחותיהם. ויזכו לאורך ימים ושנות חיים ברוב עוז ושלום. ובזכות אבות תושיע בנים, וקיים בהם הפסוק, הוציאה ממסגר נפשי להודות את שמך, השתה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן.
Thank you. Good morning. What a pleasure it is to be here this morning. In particular, this is our second year that we're able to host this Archon Induction Assembly in our new and wonderful auditorium. Boker Tov. פרשת במדבר שאנחנו קוראים מחר מספרת לנו על המפקד שציווה השם את משה לעשות במדבר, לספור את בני ישראל, למנות אותם. לפי רש"י, מפקד זה נעשה כדי להראות חיבת השם לישראל. מתוך חיבתן, אומר רש"י, היה השם מונה אותם תמיד. משה מנה את השבטים כזה אחר זה. והתורה כותבת את המספר של כל אחד ואחד. בסוף, התורה גם רושמת את המספר הכולל, 600,000 ו3,550. אפילו ועל אף שעל כל שבט נמנה לבד, היה חשוב לתורה ולהשם להגיד לנו את המספר הכולל, כדי ללמד לנו משהו. ללמד לנו לכל הדורות שבני ישראל אינם יכולים להזדהות רק כיחידים, אלא צריכים לראות את עצמם כחלק מהעם הגדול. היחיד חשוב, אבל חשיבותו רבה יותר כשהוא מצטרף לאחרים. A few months ago, Rabbi Besser told me a story, one that stayed with me for these last few months. After the end of World War II, Rabbi Eliezer Silver, one of the celebrated rabbis in America in the mid-century, visited and aided thousands of survivors in displaced persons camps in Germany and Poland who were waiting to find permanent homes. One day, as he was handing out Sidurim, one Jewish man flatly refused to accept the Sidur. After the way I saw Jews act in the camp, I don't want to have anything to do with religion. Rabbi Silver asked him to explain what exactly had turned him off. I saw a Jew who had a Sidur, he said, but he only allowed it to be used by the inmates in exchange for the daily bread ration. Imagine, he sneered, a Jew selling his right to bread in order to pray. And how many customers did this man get? Inquired Rabbi Silver. Far too many, snapped the man. Rabbi Silver gently put his hand around the gentleman and exclaimed, why are you looking at the bad Jew who sold the right to pray? Why don't you look instead at the many good Jews who were willing to forego their rations and starve just in order to pray? Isn't that the lesson that you should take with you? The Yeshivah of Flatbush is filled with opportunities to serve, to band together in teamwork, to join others in the quest to help, to change, to improve. And we are blessed with so many wonderful students who are passionate about service, collaboration, chesed, and outreach. They are motivated, I believe, by the message of Rabbi Eliezer Silver. Where others see problems and pitfalls, they, our wonderful students, see the good, the potential, the possibilities, and most importantly, the opportunities to help and succeed. We are extraordinarily proud of them and of you, and we salute you, the parents and the grandparents, for fostering this culture and this attitude of service and outreach in your homes. May they go higher and higher.
We are pleased that Mr. Goldstein, president of Yeshiva, is able to be with us at Archon. He exemplifies the concept of community service in all his work with the Yeshiva.
Good morning. Congratulations, Mazel Tov and Mabruk, to all the students who are on the stage, their parents, their friends, their grandparents. We're extremely proud of them. Our fervent hope is that they continue to do those types of things throughout their lives that merited their being selected to be on the stage today. I've been reading a wonderful book by Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, and I think he sums this up very nicely. He says, Judaism is a complex and subtle faith, yet it has rarely lost touch with its simple ethical imperatives. We are here to make a difference, to mend the fractures of the world, a day at a time, an act at a time, for as long as it takes, to make it a place of justice and compassion, where the lonely are not alone, the poor not without help, where the cry of the vulnerable is heeded, and those who are wronged are heard. May you continue to lead lives dedicated to these principles.
Today we are celebrating the service and achievements of seniors who are completing their 4 years of high school. While we honor the outstanding commitment of the students on stage, we also recognize the many individuals listed in your program, and we do apologize for any inadvertent omissions. Students can submit corrections to the office. Many students gave of their time to organize, participate, and lead activities and events that are so much part of life in Flatbush. 59 seniors are being inducted into Archon. 125 different activities are listed in the program, and probably a few more came into being recently and are not yet reported. And if you add up all the students, including juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, who participated in a commission, an academic or athletic team, a creative arts program, or a publication, or just spend time doing chesed with the yeshiva, the number of students would surely equal that of the entire student population. Because to be a Flatbush student means to get involved, to do something that will have a positive effect on another person as well as on yourself, whether it be in school, in your community, in Israel, or in the world. We believe that every one of our students has the ability, talent, and time to make a difference. They, with the faculty advisors, create a culture of caring and commitment that is vital and essential and part of the yeshiva. In the spirit of Archon, I want to thank our dedicated faculty who give generously of their time to advise and assist with many activities throughout the year. Special thanks to Tanya and Livy Gutman and the lunch ladies for the lovely collation. Being sponsored by Dr. Isaac and Mrs. Belli, and I thank them. For those of you who did not yet see the Pegasus, this year's edition was dedicated to Connie and Esther. Mr. David Blumenthal also receives special thanks as our associate administrator. He does many, many things for this program. In fact, he truly is Mr. Archon. Ms. Maya Cohen for her creative and meticulous work, and to all the students who contributed their photos, especially to the AV team, the students working today at the booth, Joey Bauman for his video work, Shana Shatskis and Amanda Haskell for their video presentation, Isaac Levy for taping the program, and Charles Chapala for just about everything. Additional thanks are included in the booklet. Ms. Rena Zariker, advisor to the SGO, with the help of the current SGO, led by Lauren Berkowitz, will inaugurate the new officers for the school year 2014 to 2015.
Do you ever watch little children pretend to play? As parents, we dream, we wonder, we hope. What will our children look like when they grow up? As they dress up as firemen, play as doctors, or try on their mother's high-heeled shoes, we wonder, who will they become? As parents and as teachers, we do not have a crystal ball, nor do we have a cookie cutter. And so we worry, we care, we nudge, we cajole. We remind you to do your homework and study for those tests, prep for the SATs, and write those college essays. And then we celebrate your achievements. Why? Just to get you out the door with good grades? Or even to just get into a good college? And then get a good job? Is that all? No. I think it takes more than good grades to truly become a Flatbush role model. We want you to become. To become what? To become great. To make a difference. To leave this world a better place. As a parent myself, I know what it means to love and to dream for my children. As a teacher, I care about you more than you can ever imagine. And so for my last Archon speech, I'd like to leave you with a familiar, but yet supremely important message. Wherever you go, whatever you do, remember the Flatbush slogan. 4 years for the rest of your life. It's not just a great slogan for 8th grade brochures. We are not simply a college prep school. 4 years to get you into Princeton. We believe that at Flatbush, you will get an education like none other. We believe in helping each of you find your sparkle, your neshama, your tselem elokim. We believe that at Flatbush, you will discover your confidence, your passion, your intellect, and ultimately, yourself. We believe that here you will learn about God, you will learn to be a part of our great heritage, you will learn about Ahavat Yisrael, you will learn about Achrayut, being a responsible member of humanity, you will learn about leadership, and you will learn about character in order to take it with you for the rest of your life. Because at Flatbush, we believe that education comes in many forms. At Flatbush, we understand that curriculum is built more than in just a classroom. Our school is a community. It is a community that is teeming with life in the hallways, in the gym, in the auditorium, and in the lobby. Did you check out that integrity pledge? Unbelievable. Go to We believe that here you can find and create yourself, whether it be on a seminar, during color war, or in a science lab. And that is what Archon celebrates. Lauren, Chad, Rachel, and Neff, you have shown the school, and I dare say yourselves, what it means to become great, to lead, to make a difference. You work tirelessly, indefatigably, persistently on behalf of your fellow students. And you will take those leaderships with you for the rest of your life. Remember that the spark that you have inside of you can light up the world. Now, you have a new challenge. SPO, stand up. Rachel, Tad, Jeffrey, and Lauren. Go out into that big, wide world. Leave these walls and become a leader. Save those starfish. For me, this message is actually very personal this year. I may not have gone to Flatbush as a student, but really, I grew up in Flatbush. I started teaching here. My first job out of graduate school, I was 21 years old, only 4 years older than most of my students. It was here that I discovered my passion for education. It was here that I met my husband. It was here today. It was here that I danced at Rikudim, painted our classrooms, cried on Yom HaZikaron, and sang Hatikvah. It was here that I worked with students and faculty and administration that became my second family. And now, like these seniors on stage, I too am graduating. I may be leaving the Flatbush building, but the values, the passion, the idealism, the neshama, it's here. And I will take it with me for the rest of my life. Thank you. I'd like to pull up our new SGO. For the induction ceremony of our new SGO. And first, we have a lot of people on stage. First, I'd like to introduce your outgoing SGO president, someone who has done so much for you this past year, Lauren Berkovitz.
Hi everyone. It's crazy to think that just a year ago, we were the ones on stage being inaugurated. This year flew by so quickly, and we worked so hard to accomplish what we did in such a short amount of time. At the end of last year, we had a book fair to help students prepare for finals and APs. We organized a Follow Your Footsteps campaign during finals, creating a huge poster representing students' dreams and wishes to inspire them to do their best. We also gave out pencils and candy during finals time. We organized amazing trips such as the Met Game, where our very own Flatbush Choir performed the national anthem, and to the Broadway show Matilda, that was a huge hit. Our commission fair had over 50 different activities for current students to get involved. And since Hanukkah and Thanksgiving coincided, we made a video to help students appreciate their families, and they wrote thank you letters to their parents. And just for fun, we had a Hanukkah fair to promote teacher-student interaction outside of the classroom, with karaoke, challah baking, yoga, Zumba, teacher-student basketball, board games, and so much more. Our first ever Purim Carnival was a major success, with make-your-own sundaes, piñatas, a bouncy house, and so many carnival games. We sold planners, breakfast, and Flatbush sweatpants, and we brought you individually wrapped spoons for breakfast, mac munchies to the vending machines, and 2 ping pong tables to the lounge. We ended off the year with an incredible Halloween, with more games and activities packed into the school days than ever before. But all of these activities would not have been possible without our SPO advisor, Mrs. Erica, who has been with us every step of the way. We want to thank her for dedicating 13 years of her time and energy to the Yeshivah of Flatbush. You will truly be missed, not just by our SGOs, but by every single student here. Congratulations. We've already begun discussing and planning with them and working closely with them, and they've been so enthusiastic from the start. If you need anything, we're always a phone call away. Best of luck, guys. So, as an act of passing on to next year, we made a color binder with all the things that they have to know. Because it's such a huge program here at Flatbush, and it's so important to our student life here. It's like a 3-day program where we encourage students to be a leader. So we're passing this over to you.
To the next SGO, and we are also passing it on to Ms. Marcus, who's going to And now I introduce your new SGO president, Victor Zink.
Today is the start of a new beginning. With 5 members and a new advisor, our SGO is ready to make a difference in your lives as well. We have fresh and exciting ideas, but we can't do them alone. We need your help with your sparks and your talents to turn our visions into your future. Because together, we will make a change.
Thank you, Lauren, Jeff, Chaz, and Rachel, and Victor, Arabat, Ms. Marcus, and SGO of next year, which is currently in place. Marcus! Erica, please come back. Coming back. The Data System Festival has a special presentation on behalf of the Yeshivah.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to wish a congratulations to all the Archon inductees and especially to their families. But more than I want to wish you congratulations, I want to say thank you to all the parents, grandparents, and etc. that trusted us with your children, because each one of your children, if they're sitting on stage, has made a permanent impact for the better in our school in a variety of different ways, and we're tremendously appreciative of that. So thank you, not only for being here, but for trusting your children with us over the 4 years. Standing here to present something to Ms. Rina Zeriker is a very bittersweet moment for me. I'm here 12 years, and we've worked together on a lot of different things, and we've shared a lot of different thoughts, struggles, challenges, successes, and it's I'm very happy to see her moving on to something that recognizes her talents, but we're really going to miss her tremendously. There's 2 different types of expressions that are similar but incredibly different. They say about some negotiators that they leave nothing on the table. There's certain people that make sure that if they're in a negotiation, that they squeeze out the last dollar, the last penny, the last everything out of the other side, and they walk away holding as much as possible. And then they say about certain athletes and artists and so on, that they put everything out there and they leave their hearts out on the field. And there's no question that Ms. Erica is the second. Whether it be dealing with the color war or a small program at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's no big deal for her. Whether it means chaperoning a trip, whether it means taking time out to work with a student, to find something, to find a commission, to start a commission, whatever it may be, Ms. Erica gives of herself some more, and then thinks about how she could give even more of herself, and then does so. So we're incredibly thankful for all the work that you've done over the years, and we will really, really, really miss you. I now present to you this quite long plaque, so I'm going to do my best here. It says, Yeshivah the Flatbush Bet Sefer Tichon Al Shem Yoel Braverman, presented to Rina Zerika. Because we're Flatbush is the battle cry by which this dedicated, creative, and dynamic teacher coaxed her students to dig deeper into themselves and discover unsuspected abilities for maximal performance. Her charisma in the classroom earned kudos from all, while her work with the student government organization forged a stronger bond and opened new pathways of collaboration and understanding. Her leadership and dedication to Model UN elevated our school to legendary status in the competition. Ms. Zerika represents the heart of the Yeshiva's core values with her absolute commitment to integration of Judaic and secular studies, academic excellence, professional development, and extracurricular opportunities for all. Her dedication to her students and to the Yeshiva was manifest in her every waking hour, and one suspects had a place in her dreams as well. We wish her beracha v'hatzlacha as she leaves us to further her career in Jewish education. May her spirited presence, which we will sorely miss, find new avenues to invigorate students, inspire colleagues, and enrich the Jewish community. From the students, faculty, and administration of the Yeshiva Flatbush Joel Braverman High School, May 2014, Iyar Tafshin Ayin Dalet.
Several years ago, thank you, Rabbi David. Several years ago, we instituted a special award in memory of Donna Becker, Shalom, a beloved member of our office staff. The recognition is for dedication to tutoring, a volunteer project that is very close to Donna's heart. Rabbi Levy of the Yeshiva will make this presentation.
Good morning. Tov and to all the parents, grandparents, extended family, members of our Archon awardees, particularly Mazal Tov and Mabruk to our awardees on stage. It's such a wonderful and inspirational part of our interaction with the students to see them grow to the extent that they do over the course of the 4 years that they're in the school. And the potential that we recognized in the admissions process and in the first year has flowered into what you see sitting before you and all of their achievements. We usually focus on the giver, on the giving. We talk about doing chesed, we think about the souls that we touch, we think about the people who need our help. And this morning we focus on the giver. And when someone gives, the seter in quiet, in a hidden fashion, unannounced, unpronounced, it's even a greater form of chesed and tzedakah. Such a person was Donna Becca, who we continue to memorialize and honor through this special award. She worked in the school as a secretary. Everyone knew her as a secretary. Everyone reacted and interacted with her as a secretary. Behind the scenes, very few people knew the amount of time and energy and love she gave to special children, children with special needs, children who were educationally challenged, all for free, all out of the love of her heart. And that's why we've established this particular award for a student who also walks, Hatznei Alecha, who also walks quietly. No fanfare. No one knows to the extent to which this student interacts and has helped, and I'm sure will continue to help. I call upon Braverman to receive the Donna Becker Memorial Award. Proudly presented to Braverman as a peer tutor, you have provided service above and beyond the expected. Giving of your time and knowledge in a spirit of true chesed, you have been a caring and supportive friend, helping fellow students succeed in specific subjects and assignments and to master the challenges of high school study. Donna Becker Aleha Shalom extended friendship to our students and took a personal interest in their lives. Your commitment is a heartwarming affirmation of these qualities. Archon Exercises, May 23, 2014, Gimel ER 5774, Administration of the Yeshivah Flatbush. I'd also like to take this opportunity. Mrs. Sanders has recognized everyone sitting on the dais, on the stage, and she has recognized all those who have helped and support make this program possible. The only person she hasn't recognized is Mrs. Sanders. And Mrs. Sanders is the core and the key element to not only making this program, but making it fresh and making it creative and inspirational every single year in more and different ways. Thank you, Mrs. Sanders.
Now it's my pleasure my pleasure to ask Ms. Sari Bacon, Associate Principal, to introduce the Archon video.
I too extend my Zaltov and my Brook, and even extend another wish, Kol HaKavod, to all of you, because in fact you deserve our honor and respect for all that you have done. Every day, and I mean every day, not only during the school days and the school hours, but all the days on Shabbat and on Sundays, we have our Yeshiva Flatbush students doing tremendous acts of chesed for others. They are always helping with the yeshiva, they are helping with the people outside of the yeshiva, and it is really, truly remarkable and wonderful to be a part of this. We want to show you a glimpse into what it is that our students are doing throughout the days that they are, and nights that they are here. And so this is just a little sample of how our students interact with others. If you want to see more, you see flashing on your screens, visit us at Facebook, on Twitter, and at yeshivaflatbush.com. My pleasure.
Welcome, Joe. Welcome all the parents and grandparents, our partners, congratulating the wonderful Archon students, and also in recognizing all of the boys and girls sitting out in the audience who contribute to the wonderful ruach here at the Yeshiva Flatbush. You've really understood and recognized a very important concept that when God gives us a gift, we share it. Hashem gives us eyes, we help those who can't see. Hashem gives us legs, we help those who can't walk. And most important, Hashem gives us a heart, we learn how to care. So we congratulate all of you for every single concept of volunteerism and chesed done in this school. It is in that spirit that I think it is wonderful to recognize a very important individual who embodies and represents all of the beautiful values in Archon. Mr. David Blumenthal was a student here at the yeshiva. We recognized very early on his sense of volunteerism, his passion for chesed, his unbelievable, uncanny ability to be very organized, a wonderful mensch, even on a hockey court. By the time he was a senior, his leadership qualities had blossomed. He was hands down unanimous decision for head advisor and was the very first individual in this school to receive the Rabbi Eliach Distinguished Service Award. When David graduated and continued his Torah and academic career, it was no surprise to any of us that he joined one of the most supreme chesed organizations in the Jewish community and became an active and successful Hatzalah member. What was, yes, a surprise and a wonderful, wonderful addition was when David decided to come back and work in the home that he loved and that loves him. He became an associate administrator. How lucky are we that he is with us and he became a pillar of our institution. David is a helpful, loving son to the old faculty, a helpful, loving brother, literally, to the new faculty. That was cute. That was good. And a helping, loving father to thousands of students that he takes care of and services. However, the best testimony at this point is in the words of Jackie Robinson, baseball player. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. We have a surprise for you, David. One of the young men that you impacted in your life decided to come back and share my moments with the rest of the crowd to thank David Blumenthal. We ask Sam Tommy Haddad to please come up.
Rabbis, principals, teachers, friends, and students. Today I stand before you on behalf of the alumni, privileged to honor an individual who has contributed endlessly to the Yeshivah of Flatbush over the past 15 years. This individual is someone whom I've had the opportunity to get to know on a personal level, both as a student and an alumnus in and out of the school. He is an individual whom I have looked up to and I've shared many memories with over the past 7 years. You may know him as the Associate Administrator or as the SAT Director, but to most, he is the heart, soul, and driving force behind this school. I'd like to take this moment to recognize this exceptional person, Mr. David Blumenthal. 3 years ago, on this very same day, I stood here receiving an award from Mr. Blumenthal for my dedication to the school over my 4 years as a student. It was a humbling experience to be presented with an award, but even more special, to be given the award by someone with whom I work so closely. Well, Mr. B, here I am today, returning the favor, presenting you with an award for your exceptional dedication to the Yeshivah of Flatbush. You see, the road throughout high school is not always an easy one for many students. Schoolwork combined with extracurricular activities, not to mention staying in school until midnight on Saturday nights, made it extremely difficult for me to manage my time. But ultimately, there was always someone to go to, always someone by my side at all times, making sure I focused on what needed to be done. This person was Mr. Blumenthal. I came to realize how important it was to build a relationship with someone well-respected and a leader that I could truly learn from. Throughout the day, the door to Mr. Blumenthal's office was always open. He cared about the people he worked with, including students, teachers, and administration. I must have been in his office at least 10 times a day, as he would give me advice and talk about various topics. But the bottom line is that Mr. Blumenthal cared about the people he worked with. His actions are a reflection of the courage and unselfishness that I've come to recognize in him. I can honestly say that my 4 years as a student would not have been the same without his presence. I'm so happy to be part of this special occasion. Mr. Blumenthal, on behalf of the Yeshivah Flatbush administration, teachers, students, and alumni, I want to thank you for your innumerable contributions. Your achievement is an example to us all. We congratulate you and wish you the best as you embark on your next exciting journey.
stay for the meeting. I read the plaque. Thank you, David Blumenthal. Thank you for doing 1,000 things to make daily life in our school more pleasant and productive for students, faculty, and staff. Thank you for your ready smile and helping hands, for your technical wisdom and common sense. Thank you for keeping tabs on our physical plans for Foundation for Utah. Thank you for responding to so many needs of the Yeshivah with calm reliability, discerning problems before they became emergencies. Thank you for applying first aid to sprained ankles and bruised egos. Thank you. That's the big one. Thank you for reminding freshmen that they are almost adults and seniors that they're still kids. Thank you for exemplifying Torah ethics and Yeshivah's core values in everything you do. You rose through the ranks from office assistant to associate administrator, but you are not a man defined by your official job title. You have always exceeded the nominal roster of your duties. Your self-defined quest has been to help students partake as fully as possible of the exciting opportunities post-scholastic extracurricular available in Joel Braverman High School. You've earned the title Mr. Archon. I'm going to live this one down. By helping to make the high school years a healthy balance of commitment, leadership, and fulfillment for all. Opportunity beckons and you must follow. We wish you bracha v'atzlacha with the assurance that you will always be accompanied by the gratitude of the students, faculty, administration, Yeshivah Flatbush, Braverman High School, May 2014, Iyar, Tafshin Ayin Daled. We will miss feeling that wonderful, safe feeling when David's in the building. Congratulations.
I've been affiliated with the Yeshiva for the majority of my life. At each stage, I've learned valuable lessons that will take with me forever. So I want to thank everyone current and past for your education, guidance, mentorship, and friendship. The Yeshiva and all the people in it are family, and you don't say goodbye to family. I'll just miss seeing everyone on a daily basis.
On behalf of the Archon inductees, Charles Shikala will speak about the importance and his experience in the yeshiva.
Good morning. Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Charles Shikala, more commonly known as Chuck. Most of you who do know me probably see me as the person who's always involved, always on top of things, and very well known by the entire yeshiva. But that's simply not true. There was a point in my high school life where I was at an all-time low, where I hit rock bottom. I entered high school with no real friends. I came to Flatbush, like many of you did, to change that. I used to walk through those narrow staircases with my head down, hoping the person who I spoke to yesterday liked me enough to greet me the next. I ended the year off strong in both my academic and extracurricular lives. I was rocking a 90-plus average and was really involved in the debate team and AV squad. Towards the end of my freshman year, at the Archon Assembly, keep in mind this is 3 years ago, a senior stood where I stand now and addressed the entire Flatbush family. To my surprise, Sam Hami had that very senior has shown up today. He said his extracurricular involvement resulted in making friends, the real kind. Needless to say, those words hit home with me. Sophomore year, I thought I knew it all. I thought I was invincible. Finally making real new friends, I thought I knew what was best for me. I also thought I had my priorities straight. First friends, then extracurriculars, and finally school. I really took a hard fall. Nothing stopped me from doing what I wanted. I went around, pushing all sorts of honesty and trust boundaries, lying to my teachers, administrators, principals, thinking I could get away with anything. After all, why would they know better? I was actually called down to Rabbi Levy's office for discipline issues, as opposed to now, where he just can't get me out. Towards the end of this disastrous sophomore year, I came across a quote by Jared Kintz. Breaking your trust and honesty are like drilling holes in your boat at sea. Slowly but surely, you'll start sinking, and nothing or no one will be able to save you. I knew that I'd been sinking and sinking fast. I realized I'd better plug those holes in quickly because I wanted to be the person who grows, who doesn't sink. I wanted to stay afloat. I didn't realize how much a bad reputation could put you at a disadvantage and just prevent you from excelling in life. I wanted to run some events on my own back then and couldn't get my initiatives lifted off the ground simply because of what I had done. Nobody chose to believe in me because of the bad reputation I had made for myself. The next year, as a junior, I really cleaned up. I made sure my first priority was my academics, then my extracurriculars. In technological terms, I shut down, then powered back up with a clear head. I went ahead and established the right priorities. I took my classes seriously, learned that being straightforward with everyone was the only way to do things. I worked hard to achieve a balance and to make honest commitments. I carefully selected activities I sincerely cared about, like Model UN, an international competition where schools can compete as different countries taking on the role of the real United Nations. I enjoyed everything about Model UN, especially interacting with students from all over the world. More importantly, I wanted to be able to earn recognition for something I did well. And I'm proud to say, over the past 3 years, under the leadership of Mrs. Erica, the Yeshivah of Flatbush delegation was ranked best in the world. And after 2 years of struggle, I finally received an award as best delegate in my senior year. Rebuilding my reputation meant I had to stop, acknowledge my mistakes, and make better choices. As I straightened out my priorities, my life improved. Slowly but surely. Emphasis on the slowly. You guys would be surprised about the benefits of a good reputation. A good reputation brings an enormous amount of self-confidence. When you get up every morning, a good reputation enables you to say, self, like Mrs. Shulman says, I'm proud of who I am, what I stand for, and I have a whole world in front of me full of resources and opportunities just to make me a better person and succeed. While that might sound like I took out of a flowery self-help book, I didn't. It's that true. As soon as my senior year kicked off, I was privileged to be involved in a number of activities, from History Day to Color Work. It's times like these where I had the chance to reflect and see how much a reputation really matters. I had significant responsibilities and had to make difficult decisions. I was trusted to do what was right. Fellow students, learn from my mistakes. Take each day and see what Flatbush offers. See what they do to prepare and shape each and every one of you to be the best you can be. Because I promise you this much, it's there. But the yeshiva can only do so much. It's a partnership, or as one of my rabbis love to say, it's a package deal. You must be willing to put your time, effort, and energy into achieving your goals and set your priorities straight. Find an activity or two that expands your interest, highlights your talents, and where you can make a difference. As Shlomo HaMelech said in Mishlei Perek Chaf Bet, Nibhad Shem Me'oshera. One's good reputation is chosen above great wealth. Mikesef u'mizahav and tov. And good favor is chosen over silver and gold. Keep the following thought with you for the rest of your lives. Respect is earned, honesty is appreciated, trust is gained, and loyalty is returned. With this moment, it took me, when I'm rewinding 3 years, I was sitting in that seat. I saw a senior get up here and tell me I was going to make real friends. I made it my high school mission to get back up here and try to give the next generation of the Yeshiva Flatbush words of advice, words that would help you advance in the real way. This moment couldn't have been possible without, firstly, the administration and faculty. You guys were with me the whole set, the whole way through. I really couldn't have gotten here without you guys. Then there's Mrs. Erica, with me for 3 years on Model UN and 1 year on SGO. Pushed me through a lot. I'd also like to thank Mr. Engel for getting me through such that disastrous sophomore year as I was just telling you guys about, and for being an awesome history teacher. We all know that. I'd also like to thank Rabbi Munitz, who was my Gemara teacher for 3 years. Best teacher. He's off to make Aliyah in Israel next year. I wish him, I think I can speak on behalf of everyone, including every one of my brothers who's had him. We wish you all the best. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Schulman for her constant support throughout my 4 years of high school. From day one of freshman year. I'd also like to thank my mother away from home, Mrs. Sanders, who has been supporting me and everyone in that office. How can I forget Maya Cohen hiding in the back over there? Lastly, and definitely most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents. They're sitting right over there. I like to thank them for teaching me the proper values, for discipline when necessary, and for putting me through Flatbush. It's no easy task to see your son come home at 4 o'clock for Magnum, then 11 o'clock for Flatbush the next day. So with that, I hope you guys walk out of here with a mission, not just to change the world, but just to change your world.
Thank you, Tom. The highest Archon Service Award was established in honor of Rabbi Dr. David Eliaf when he retired after serving as principal of the Yeshivah High School for over 40 years. If you are in the library on Wednesday or Thursday, you can see that Rabbi Eliaf is still a vital part of the yeshiva. He is a teacher's teacher, working with faculty on curriculum and methodology. May we be blessed to continue to benefit from his wisdom and learning. Ad Mea Be'ezrin Shana. Rabbi Eliaf will present the award that bears his name.
Very difficult to follow the app right before. כשהייתי מורה, הייתי פעם צעיר יותר, נכנסתי יום אחד לכיתה וחילקתי גיליון נייר, a piece of paper, לכל תלמיד בכיתה, וביקשתי לענות על שאלה אחת: מי הוא יהודי טוב? Who is a good Jew? רובם ענו להניח תפילין, לשמור שבת, לאכול כשר. אספתי את הגיליונות ונתתי דף אחר, ושם הייתה שאלה: מי הוא אדם טוב? Who is a good human being? ורובם ענו לתת צדקה, לעזור לאנשים, להתנהג יפה בדרך ארץ. התלמידים חשבו שיש אדם טוב ויש יהודי טוב. אבל לא בהכרח שיהודי טוב צריך להיות גם אדם טוב. האמת היא שיהודי טוב ואדם טוב זה דבר אחד. וכאשר אנו מכבדים את התלמידים בארקן על מעשיהם הטובים, אנו גם מכבדים יהודים טובים. ביהדות אנו מאמינים שאדם טוב צריך להאמין בקדוש ברוך הוא. כי אם אדם חושב שהוא הכי גדול והוא הכי חזק והוא מסוגל לעשות הכל, אדם כזה יכול גם לעשות מעשים רעים לבני אדם. זוהי תכונה של דיקטטור. וכך אמר אברהם אבינו, אם אין יראת אלוקים במקום הזה, והרגוני. Says Abraham, surely, if there is no fear of God in this place, they may kill me. ארקן יהודי מאמין באלוקים שהוא כל רחום וחנון, the God of compassion and graciousness, ואנחנו עושים כמוהו, we follow him. מהו חנון אף אתה חנון. I will illustrate the idea by telling you two real stories. The Tsar of Russia, Nikolai, declared one day, he was a dictator, that children can be abducted for military purposes for a period of 25 years without the permission of the parents. We used to call them the Cantonists. In one of the small shtetl in Ukraine, very famous today, there lived a Hasid by the name Rabbi Elimelech with his wife and the only child, a son, who just became bar mitzvah. One day the Russian army arrived to the shtetl and abducted their son. The mother cried and begged the officer to release her son because he is the only son and she's not going to have more children. They refused. She had no choice but to help her, the son, to pack the baggage, and among the other clothes she put in his tefillin that he just became bar mitzvah, and asked her son to promise her that he would put on the tefillin every single day, even for 1 minute. And so he was taken away to the army for 25 years. During that long period, he put on his tefillin every day, but forgot everything else about Judaism. He also forgot the language, the Yiddish language. After 25 years, he was released from the army and came back to his shtetl. He did not recognize the shtetl. He forgot his Yiddish, so he couldn't talk to anybody. So he knocked on one of the doors and asked in Russian if he can sleep over tonight. It happened to be his parents' house. But his mother thought that he is a Russian spy. Out of fear, she gave him a place to sleep in a little room. In the morning, the mother, curiosity, made her look into the room and saw the Russian soldier put on tefillin. The mother was very shocked, remembering when she put in the tefillin in his bag, and she asked the soldier if he's Jewish. And he told her in Russian his life story, and that he is looking for his parents. The rest of the story you can imagine. The tefillin saved him as a Jew and brought him back to his parents and Am Israel. This is the first step of a Jewish boy or a girl who leaves home to hold on to his Jewish tradition, even under the most difficult circumstances. The second pillar of Judaism is as the following story will demonstrate. הגמרא, או יותר נכון, באבות דרבי נתן יש סיפור על רבי יוחנן בן זכאי ורבי יהושע. היה רבי יוחנן בן זכאי יוצא מירושלים, והיה רבי יהושע הולך אחריו. Rabbi Yochanan walked in Yerushalayim and Rabbi Yehoshua followed him. When Rabbi Yehoshua saw the Beit HaMikdash destruction, he said to Rabbi Yochanan, this was the place that all our sins would be forgiven by bringing korbanot, sacrifices. And now there is no place to forgive our sins. אמר לו רבי יוחנן בן זכאי, בלי, אל יירא לך. And Rabbi Yochanan answered, my son, don't be upset. We do have a way to forgive our sin. And this is Gemilut Chasadim. Rabbi Yochanan's opinion is that Maaseh Chesed is like building a Beit HaMikdash. You, the members of Archon, through your Maaseh Chesed, you are like building a Beit HaMikdash. For you who carry the banner of Yiddishkeit daily, on top of it, you perform Maaseh Chesed. You are the ideal Jew. We learn that a good Jew is a good person. I know two people, the same. The 2 pages that I gave out should be 1. And you are about to graduate now the Yeshivah of Flatbush. Wherever you go, pray every day, do some mitzvot every day. And a good Jew must also be a good mensch, a good human being. צאתכם לשלום ובהצלחה. We know that all the Archon members are great people, great Jews, great human beings. But you know there's always somebody unique to whom I will present a special play. The list of his activity is as long as Megillat Esther. He joined 33 committees, like Braverman. If he would do another 3, it would be 36, which would be Lamedvav Tzadikim. And among all the others that he did, to just mention a few of them, was the Color War, the Drama, Freshman Minyan, Israel's Chesed Commission, Pharisees, Poetry, Senior Play, Yachad, Yearbook, Yom HaZikaron, and the rest you will have to find out. And who is this young man? Maybe you know. Let me find if I know who he is. I'm going to ask a young man that I used to meet many days in the library, with a smile all the time. He used to come to say hello. Victor Dweck. I הישיבה the Flatbush בית הספר התיכון על שם יורי ברוורמן, the annual award of David Eliach for distinguished school services. Victor Dweck. By an unusual measure of friendship and help, you have shown constant devotion to fellow students and to making our yeshiva a better place of learning and personal growth. You have set high standards of chesed and mentorship, which others may well emulate. May 23, 2014, Tav Gimal Iyar, Tafshin Hayin Dalet. And the head of the school, Rabbi Harari, associate principal, Vega, Rabbi Vega, and Rabbi Levy, principal, and mistaken associate principal. They are all other
Thank you, Rabbi Eliach, Mazal Tov, to Victor, to his parents, to his family, and you come here today. And of course, all of you who are sitting there, I think that you realize now that the seniors who are sitting there on stage today just think about becoming involved last year. They thought about it from the day they sat in the auditorium as freshmen. And that makes the difference. So if you haven't thought about it yet, today is your day. אנחנו המועמדים מכירים היטב את מטרות הארגון ומזדהים עם מטרותיו לעזור לפיתוח החברה, מבחינה רוחנית וגופנית, לדאוג לטובת בית הספר התיכון בישיבת פלטבוש. מזהירים בזה שנעשה מיטב יכולתנו לטובת ארגון Archon. We, being fully acquainted with the purpose of Archon and being in full sympathy with its aim, toward only those things which look to the highest development, physically and spiritually, of its members, and to the good of the Yeshivah of Flatbush High School, hereby pledge to use our best efforts to promote the welfare of Archon. You are now officially members of the Archon Exercises.